Did you guys see these Thor 4 images that leaked from on-set shooting? Some pretty cool stuff. Look, I particularly didn't like what they did with Thor in Endgame too much by making him really fat, depressed, kind of a joke. I didn't really like what they did with Hulk and Thor. For me personally, I can live with it. It's not a big deal or anything like that, you know. It doesn't keep me awake at night, or does it? But look, I understand what they were going for. You know, Thor depressed over not being able to kill Thanos, people dying, losing his community and stuff like that. But I just don't know if you had to make him that much overweight. But maybe that's for somebody like maybe for people who are overweight. It's cool to see an overweight character, you know, a superhero, and that's probably something I'm not being too thoughtful of. Maybe people who are overweight that struggle with their weight thought it was so good to see Thor, one of the most powerful heroes ever, and Chris Hemsworth Thor, who's a beautiful man, be overweight like that and go through depression, but come out the other side of it and able to stand toe to toe with Thanos and finally beat him. Of course, at the start of the movie, he chops off his head. Should have gone for the head. That was cool. I liked all that stuff, but look, I just thought maybe I could live with Thor, but I thought Hulk was a little bit too much of a joke. But still, I enjoyed the movie, and I'm looking forward to Thor 4. Thor 3, I loved Thor 3. Thor 1 and 2, I haven't really sat down to watch them, you know, like from start to finish. I've seen them, you know, but I haven't really been too invested into them. Like, I don't really like that kind of style, that mythology of kind of things, you know, like Game of Thrones, Thor 1 and 2, where Thor was like that. I'm not really into it. But when I went to go see Thor 3, I thought it was really refreshing. I actually had loads of people around me having a great time, enjoying the soundtrack, enjoying the music, and I thought it was a really good movie. And I liked actually the comedic moments. Taika Waititi coming in as a director did a pretty good job. Of course, he's going to bring comedic moments to it, but I thought it worked, and I thought there was some heavy moments in that. You know, Thor's father dies, Loki kind of as well has a good arc in it as well. I liked how that led into Infinity War. You know, Thor losing his entire planet, and I thought it was good losing his eye as well. So I actually really enjoyed Thor 3, and it's one of my favorite MCU moments. I love the battle between Thor and Hulk. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. Tessa Thompson had a good character as well. But these set photos, let's get into them. Okay, so this one right here, we've got Chris Hemsworth's Thor, and we've got Chris Pratt's Star-Lord. Now, the Guardians of the Galaxy are gonna be in Thor 4, which I think makes sense because at the end of Endgame, Thor went off with the Guardians of the Galaxy, and you know, and I thought the banter between Thor, Chris Pratt, you had Groot there, you had Rocket. I thought it was brilliant, and even when I came out of Infinity War, the first thing I tweeted was that I was like, Marvel have to make a spin-off with Thor, Groot, and Rocket. They have to. It's just, it's too much of a missed opportunity if they don't. It could be a great success. And they're kind of taking my idea, but putting it into Thor 4, which I'm happy with. Now, how big of a role will the Guardians of the Galaxy have? I'm not so sure it will be that big, but it's cool to see them interconnected and that story to continue. But yeah, Chris Hemsworth looks like he's back in shape. He loses the weight. I'm sure there's going to be some funny jokes about that. He looks ripped. Look at the size of those arms. Now, I work out every day, but my arms are not that size. So I don't know what I'm not eating or what I'm not doing, but Chris Hemsworth is effing jacked. He's got the long hair back as well. That looks pretty good. And a nice little outfit there. Maybe it's just something between sets, but maybe it's going to be more of the traditional Thor outfit from the comics. Something like that. That could be awesome to see. But we also got Chris Pratt there too, in a pretty cool jacket with a little bit of a beard. So maybe that could be cool to see. And I wonder how much of the Gamora storyline will be used in this, because there's different kind of versions of Gamora. And then Guardians of the Galaxy 3 will end up happening with James Gunn after he does the Suicide Squad and the Peacemaker spin-off. But yeah, pretty cool. And then we get to see this other image here of Chris Hemsworth and his back. Look at those muscles. Absolutely, ridiculously jacked. I'm sure there'll be a funny scene of how Thor loses the weight between Chris Pratt and him. Maybe the two of them working out together. That could be pretty funny. And we also got other set images as well, which I thought was actually pretty cool, of Nebula. Now, Nebula is a character that has a pretty interesting arc in the MCU, and is probably up there with having one of the best arcs, you know? Like, the makeup design, all that kind of stuff with Karen Gillian, I think it is. I'm sure it takes a long time to do, but it's cool. She's going to be in the movie as well. I actually like her character I like how much of a progression she's gotten since Infinity War Endgame. She was a big part of those storylines, so I actually do like that. So I'm looking forward to seeing the Guardians of the Galaxy in Thor 4. And also rumours that Matt Damon might appear as well, another cameo like he did in Thor 3. Thought it was very funny. Is he playing Matt Damon? Is he just playing an actor? I can't really remember. Did they really reference it? But yeah, see what Thor 3 did, whether you like it or not, it kind of rebooted the Thor trilogy, the Thor franchise in a way. You know, it's completely opposite from what Thor 1 and 2 did, and even Thor from Avengers Assemble and Avengers Age of Ultron, very different kind of character now, and I prefer this interpretation of Thor, this more funny Thor who's able to have these wisecrack jokes but also be a badass and beat up people. So I do like it, and I think it's unusual in the MCU to see a fourth movie come. You know, we've just had 3 Iron Man movies, 3 Captain America movies, you know, but Thor, this is kind of a reboot for him because 3 was so successful and it was so different from the other 2. That's why 4 will happen, it is going to happen, but 5 will probably happen too, maybe even a 6. And I didn't think out of all the Avengers from the original that we would have Chris Hemsworth still very much one of the main players, and I think the reboot was a good thing that happened for Thor because it probably made his MCU run a little bit more lengthy, you know. So it's going to happen. You're going to get to see more Thor, which I'm happy with. There's also some rumors that a goat might appear on in Thor 4. Now Thor kind of used this goat to ride around on. Now that does sound ridiculous. That does sound, what the hell is that? But again, Taika Waititi is the director, so we'll probably have goat in this movie, and Thor will probably be riding that goat, which I don't know. It could look stupid. It could look cheesy, but then again, it could look pretty badass. Okay, so we also got Natalie Portman as well. She's going to be in this movie, her return, and there's very much a lot of talk about the character going through cancer, like in the comic books. And that was a big storyline in the comic books, that you had Natalie Portman's character, Lady Thor, go through cancer while also being Lady Thor. So that's an interesting storyline to go. Now, many people online have been saying, oh, will they be able to do this storyline right? Will they be able to do this justice? And I think it's great because when you do have similarities to our own world in these movies, you can relate to it a little bit more. Like Thor being fat, it's probably a little bit harsh now. I'm sure some people love that because they struggle with the weight. But also, many people get cancer, and that's just the way of life. But if Natalie Portman's character is going through cancer in this movie, that's a big storyline, and it has to be taken pretty seriously. Now, can Taika Waititi make it into a dramatic storyline, or would he just use this wise jokes? I don't think they would. Marvel aren't stupid to have a big controversy like that on their hands where they make jokes about cancer. So I'm sure that kind of storyline will be taken seriously, and I'm actually interested in how they play that out on the big screen. It's a big storyline, but it needs to be done right. It really does. But Natalie Portman coming back and her playing Lady Thor is going to be interesting, you know. And this is a Thor movie. This is Thor 4, Thor Love and Thunder. Pretty cool title. But we'll have to see how that goes. Now, I'm okay with a Lady Thor. I am. But I just hope it's not done in like a feminist way. Because in Avengers Endgame, I didn't like how all the women just came together like that. It just looked too much on the nose. For something like that, you do it when it makes sense for the story. You don't do it like, oh, here's all the women together and now walking together, you know. I didn't really like it too much. Maybe you loved it. That's okay. But I just thought it was a little bit too much on the nose and wasn't really progressive for the story that they were trying to tell. But then again, big success. It was, what, $2 billion, the biggest movie of all time? What do I know? But yeah, I'm looking forward to this movie. I really am. I really enjoyed Thor 3. I really enjoyed Thor in Infinity War big time. His interaction with Groot and Rocket and Chris Pratt. We'll see more of that in Thor 4. Natalie Portman coming back. Matt Damon coming back. Christian Bale as a villain. This movie has the signs to be great. Hopefully it is great. And if there's any more set photos, guys, I will definitely do a video and share that with you. But Thor has the long hair back. He looks like he's in shape. And yeah, it's a cool kind of outfit he has. Chris Pratt's Star-Lord has a cool jacket, which I don't know what it is. Maybe you guys might know and put it in the comments. And we got Nebula there on set in her makeup. So that's pretty cool. But guys, are you excited for Thor Love and Thunder? I am. I can't wait. Maybe you don't like these movies. Maybe you don't like the MCU. Maybe you don't like how they've changed Thor from 1 and 2. I like it. But guys, give a like, comment, subscribe. Let me know below. Go follow me on all the social media. That stuff is in the description. And I want to hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts about Thor, Love and Thunder? Guys, have a good one. See you in the next one.